The plunge in India's currency has become a free fall. The rupee, in case you've forgotten Slumdog Millionaire, has lost 15% of its value against the dollar since May. Our cover story dives in and tries to catch up with the cause of it all. It now takes more than 63 rupees to match a U.S. dollar. 3 months ago, it was 53. Headlines ask, will the slide continue? It's got some half joking that the currency's new symbol includes a slash across its throat. But it may also be the global impact of the Federal Reserve.
What's going on is the U.S. The U.S. and the impact of us tapering, and when we begin that tapering, will have an impact around the world because as the world's largest economy, as we go, other economies often go.
As the Federal Reserve bought bonds, keeping interest rates low in the U.S., a lot of investors took their money to the international bond market. Instead of 2% interest on U.S. Treasuries, you could get 5% in Indonesian bonds and 7% in Indian bonds. Now that the Federal Reserve may taper its bond buying, it may take away some of the incentive that drove investors overseas in the first place. In the anticipation, traders are engaged in a sell-off.
Now with higher interest rates in the U.S. and at the same time the U.S. economy picking up, money becomes what we call quote-unquote hot. Money looks for the best and the safest return, two things at one time.
There are other factors tugging at India as well. India's trade with its largest trading partner, China, has slowed as China's economy has cooled from the double-digit growth of only a few years ago, and that has built India's budget deficit. As far as U.S. trade, India is the U.S.'s 13th largest trading partner of goods, slightly ahead of Taiwan. U.S.-India trade represents $58 billion worth of business. But it's not enough to overcome the shortfall that led India's finance minister to ask the people of India to not buy gold because it is imported and paid for in dollars, draining India's foreign exchange reserves. For its part, India's government has raised short-term interest rates and limited Indian companies from overseas investment.